We got a 3. We got a 2. And we got a 1. Ladies and gentlemen, we are live on the air. My name is Billy Bob, and I'm happy to be here. Coming here from Fine Jewelry, the fine jewelry section of this MSC cruise ship. Took me a long time to find somewhere on the ship that was quiet, that had a seat, that had a good Wi-Fi signal, and did not have lots of loud music playing that would cause a lot of issues with copyright strikes. That's the number one thing you gotta avoid as a YouTube live streamer. Are copyright strikes. Right now, Billy Bob here's a whole bunch of kids coming into the live chat area. Don't they know Billy Bob is doing a live chat here? What the heck are they doing? I don't even, now they're laughing. Now they're laughing. I don't know. Are they laughing at Billy Bob? I don't know. But you know what? That's the second number one rule of live streamers. You can't matter if other people are laughing at you, because people are going to laugh at you no matter what you do. You got to get forward, moving forward motion with your dreams, regardless of whether people are laughing at you. I know sometimes people laugh at America, but if you're a real American, you don't care if the people aren't laughing at you. I'll tell you this, people are all walking by over here and they're giving Billy Bob the evil eye. I see little smirks coming out of their eyes, but Billy Bob don't care. Billy Bob don't care. And right now he's got fine jewelry behind him. Fine jewelry. Now you tell me, since when are there 2 L's in the word jewelry? Didn't they mess that thing up? Fine jewelry. What's up, Jared? Hey, it's been a long time since you've been here. I've been on a whole Caribbean cruise going all around the Caribbean Sea, Gulf of Mexico. Where have you been? You've been nowhere. You've been letting down Billy Bob. Very, very disappointing. But, there's always a but. Oh, I just went to school. Bill, CDP, can you believe this guy Jared saying school is more important than watching a live stream of Billy Bob representing America? America is more important than going to school, Jared. You gotta have your priorities. You gotta have your priorities. Haywood is asking if I can grow a beard. I can, but it gets very, very itchy. Billy Bob looks very handsome when he's got his beard on, but let me tell you, very itchy, and does not like to have, Coca-Cola residue all over the mouth area. If you got a beard, you got to change your whole eating habits. You got to change your own drinking habits. You got to change absolutely everything. Very, very difficult. Just letting you guys know. Oh, excuses. Well, let me tell you, Haywood Jablow, I am not picking up what you're putting down. You're not gonna beard shame me. Many people try to beard shame Billy Bob, but I tell you, you will not be beard shaming me. It is not gonna happen. What's up, KJ? I'll say it. America. Now we're off the coast of Key West earlier. Why? Because there was a medical emergency, and we had to drop off people who had a medical emergency, so we had to get very close to Key West. I don't know if we left international waters and actually entered America. Thank you to everyone who's joining here on the live stream. Thank you for the likes. Great to have you here. And it's pronounced Cage. Is that what you're telling me? It's Cage. Well, why can't I call you KJ or KJ? There's a woman here on the ship, KJ. She works as one of the staff members. Her name is KJ, and she's from South Africa. And she said she's going to join my YouTube channel. She's going to subscribe because she loves Billy Bob. She loves everything about this guy and his hat and what it stands for. Let me see what other thing. By the way, we're going to be talking about economics today, something called the Laffer curve, and something called trickle down economics, a little bit of Keynesian, a little bit of Milton Friedman, and a little bit of Thomas Sowell. We're going to talk about all those things. It's going to be a very, very excellent adventure here. Let me read up some of these comments here. And we got, let's see. Yeah, CDP says Billy Bob wrestles Gators. Why would he care about giggles? Yeah, Billy Bob don't care about giggles. Giggles are a byproduct of treating Gators correctly. If I talk about Gators with respect and I explain to you guys the importance of a Gator in every balanced diet, it doesn't matter where you're from. I know CDP, otherwise known as the governor. Why? Because he's got the highest record by the hair for super chats. Just for let you know, when I say governor, I'm talking about CDP in the chat because he's a legend here in these parts. He's becoming a national treasure in America, even though he lives in Wales. He lives in Wales, ladies and gentlemen. That's like in the middle of England or something. Maybe it's an island off the coast of England. Billy Bob doesn't know, but it's sort of in that United Kingdom. That United Kingdom. But I'll tell you this, we are here on this channel, we are a United Kingdom. We're a United Kingdom of Billy Bob. I'm very happy to have each and every one of you here as part of my live stream. That's right. And again, can someone do a check on Google or something? Are there really two L's in the word jewelry? I don't think so. Billy Bob's very smart, and Billy Bob's seen that word many times. I think they made a mistake. They spent millions and millions of dollars on this big fancy ship. Look, it's got fancy floors too. Look at these fancy floors. Oh look, Liberty Plaza, look at that. That's a Statue of Liberty. You know what that means? You know what that means? America. America. Land of the free, home of the brave, and we're only at 3 likes. I think we should at least be at 5. We need to get to 5 likes before we get to 10 minutes of live streaming. We're at 6 minutes, 55 seconds. So let's double tap that screen and get a few likes here. We got to show some love for Billy Bob, for Gators, for America. If not for me, and if not for America, at least for the Gators. You all got to give your support for the Gators. Thank you very much. So, okay. We've got OG saying, I used to be a proud American, but now having pride is just good. Hey, yeah, you know that I would talk. Billy Bob has talked about that before. Billy Bob has no problem with the LGBTQ, movement, but they shouldn't have taken the rainbow away from everybody else. Billy Bob likes a good old rainbow, but when Billy Bob wears his rainbow T-shirt, they all say Billy Bob's gay, but Billy Bob ain't gay. Billy Bob likes women. Let's say we've got Death Knight in the house. Welcome back. We got Billy Bob can't grow a beard. No, that's not true. I can grow it. I just choose not to. I choose not to grow the beard. We got Cage here. If you're getting a fight, long time no see. Jeremiah Flores. Billy Bob always remembers Jeremiah Flores. It's great to have you back. Thanks for the support. Thanks for the continued watch time. Because it all adds up. And by the way, when I get down to those comments, there better be somebody telling me how the heck, if they made a mistake. I don't think this is spelled with 2 L's. I think we need to get rid of 1 L. I think that's jewelry. But maybe Billy Bob's wrong. Maybe Billy Bob is wrong. And if you're wondering why there's sometimes noise here, Billy Bob's on a cruise ship somewhere in the Gulf of Mexico. And he's heading now to the Bahamas. He just left Cozumel, Mexico. Now he's going to, oh, by the way, you guys should check the recording. Rocco Tribbiani did a live stream from Cozumel, Mexico. And he had some conversation with some real Cozumelians. And they were some really good people down there. And they said, hola, amigo. Hola, amigo. And they said, hola, amigo, many times to Billy Bob. But it was only Rocco Tribbiani who actually got to go on the live stream. Let's see. Miss Tay. Dark Death Knight's asking what movements use. I don't know what movement you're referring to. You got to be more specific. Miss Tay, yeah, I've been missing you too. Have I gotten any troubles on the big ship? Well, let me tell you. I don't even know where to start. I mean, it's just a lot of craziness on this thing, on this big cruise ship. First of all, I talked about there are no Gators. I've been looking up and down every single floor. There are 18 floors on this ship. But you know what? They only let us go down to the 5th floor. That's the problem. I think they got Gators on floor 3 and 2. What's on floor 1? Billy Bob would very much like to know what is on floor, what's on deck one. I think that's for the Gators. So tonight, I'm planning a special reconnaissance mission. I can't bring my phone with me, and I can't bring my MSC cabin card, and no ID. Because if I get caught, you guys need to pretend we never met. Nobody can know that Billy Bob is going on this reconnaissance mission. I am convinced there are Gators on this ship, and I am gonna find them before tomorrow morning. So when I'm done with this live stream, you know what I'm doing. Billy Bob's going undercover, reconnaissance mission, success at any cost. All right, that is right. By the way, thanks for 7 likes. We're almost up to 10. When we get to 10 likes, that means we win the bronze YouTube live streaming gold medal, or the bronze medal. 15 likes, silver medal. And when we get to 20 likes, ladies and gentlemen, we all together as a team, we win the gold medal. Hot diggity dog. Hallelujah. I think we're going to get there. Let's see. Cage Fred Looney Bin, KJ52. Let's see. Don't like it. Hello, Mr. Biden. So Joseph Biden Jr. So I don't know. Is the current president the junior or is he a senior? I didn't know he was a junior. Is he a junior? But anyway, good to have you here, Mr. Biden. I certainly hope you remember who I am, because I know you've got some memory issues. But I remember you. My memory is very sharp. Very sharp, this here memory. But I'll give you a secret, Mr. President. My memory is helped because of this cap. This cap is infused with artificial intelligence of the highest caliber. You put this thing on your hat, you put this hat on your head. My gosh, I got memories in here in my brain now I didn't even know that I had. I don't even think they're my memories. I mean, I remember very strange things. For example, I remember being born on the planet Pluto. I thought I was born in the bayou of Louisiana, in the deep bayou of you know what? For some reason, because of this memory cap. This is not only a memory cap, it's America hat and memory, M-E. And we put Murray at the end. We put Murray at the end of Mary. And you got memory. So this is actually a memory cap in disguise as a America cap. So I think Mr. President, because by the way, Mr. Joe Biden is in the live chat, if you guys didn't know. Very honored, very privileged. Didn't know we'd have presidential clout of this caliber to have a U.S. president come into the live chat. Mr. President, I'm going to send you a personalized special American memory cap. And I am going to make sure that your memory comes back perfect. So within 1 month, everyone's going to go, what the heck happened? He's like a new man. You guys are going to know. You're going to see it first. It's going to be because Billy Bob is giving him the memory cap. But I will say, you're going to start to see Mr. Biden wearing this cap wherever he goes. People go, why is Mr. President wearing that America hat? You guys are going to know. It's an artificial intelligence memory cap. All right, thank you for subscribing. Thank you for clicking like. Thank you for turning on the bell for notifications. Oh, we're at 11 likes, which means congratulations. I'll give you a high five. We just won the YouTube live streaming bronze medal. Hot diggity dog. When we get to 15, and we're getting there, only 4 more away, we're going to hit silver medal. Silver medal. Again, you may on this live stream, we're together as a... Still trying to figure out, is jewelry really spelled with 2 L's? I don't think so, but maybe I'm wrong. Billy Bob has been wrong. Not often, occasionally, but when it happens, he will admit it. Let's see. Billy Bob on economics. Okay, you're waiting for the trickle down. So here, what I want to share with you guys. So I read this very, not very long, 20-page white paper by American economist Thomas Sowell. He's a black man and a conservative economist, probably one of the most brilliant minds in America. And someone brought this up on the live stream a few weeks ago. Trickle down economics is not actually an economic theory. It's just something that the left came up with to try to discredit any policies, tax policies that would reduce taxes on the wealthy. And I'm reading this article today by Thomas Sowell. Now, he's an American treasure, a national treasure. Now, I know you guys in the poll a couple of weeks ago, you declared me officially Billy Bob is a national treasure. I thank you. I thank you very much. But I also agree. I think Thomas Sowell's a national treasure. He explained something very interesting about government tax policy. And he said, and this makes a lot of sense, government tax policy really should only have one mission. What is that mission? It's to increase revenue for the government. That's why we raise taxes, right? That's why we have taxes in every country. Where every country you might be living in, you're paying taxes in some way, shape, or form. Now, this is very interesting. In this white paper by Thomas Sowell, 20 pages, he talks about how many different presidents and left-wingers actually used to support lowering taxes on the wealthy and then the most successful businesses. John F. Kennedy did. President Calvin Coolidge did. Even John Maynard Keynes, to a degree, supported this. But only in terms of raising revenue for the government. And this is why. Now, I was very surprised. I read this article. And in 20 pages, not once, did Thomas Sowell ever mention the Laffer curve. So what's the Laffer curve? It's Laffer. It has nothing to do with Billy Bob's amazing sense of humor. Because I know you might think it's about how many laughs per minute Billy Bob gets, and it's a very high percentage. I think it's about 457 laughs per minute on a typical Billy Bob live stream. And that's pretty normal for Billy Bob. But that's not what we're talking about. We're talking about the economic Laffer curve. It's named after some guy named Laffer. And he talks about it. I hope you guys will do an internet search for Laffer curve after this live stream. It's very fascinating. But I'll try to explain it to you very, very simply. That the more a government taxes something, like say the government's going to tax, America's going to keep raising the tax rate. That's going to increase government revenue. It's going to keep doing it until it stops. Because after a while, the more you tax, the less incentive there is to produce. So if you're a company and you get taxed 10%, you're going to still say, I'm going to keep on making lots of new telephones. If you get to 20%, okay, I'm going to still make a lot of telephones because the government's only getting 20%. Let's say it goes up to 40%. Well, I'm going to keep making telephones, but it's a little bit harder now because I only get to keep 60%. Well, let's say all of a sudden it gets to like 60% tax rate. Well, at that point, the companies no longer have the incentive. They don't want to produce anymore because why should I produce more when 60% of all of my money that I earn goes to the government? Let's say we go up to 70% tax rate. Let's tax the rich even more, 70%. Let's tax Microsoft. Let's tax Google, 75%. So they get to keep 25% of what they make. 75% has to go to the government. Well, now those companies are going to say, no, I'm not going to waste my time on telephones because I'm only keeping 25% of my revenue. Let me give you another analogy with YouTube, because now this channel is monetized, and a lot of people are telling me, dude, you're not going to make money because with the super chats, you only keep 20%. And I thought that's got to be wrong. That can't be the case. And like if you get membership, you only keep 20%. But I know the Laffer curve. That doesn't give YouTubers a great incentive to produce content. Why would somebody like me want to do live streams and give 80% of the revenue to YouTube. That's just silly. I did some research and talked with people at Google. By the way, if any of you guys are interested to know, as soon as you get monetized, Google gives you incredible support. I go in a live chat with Google. In 2 minutes, there's somebody with all the answers live chatting back with me in real time. It's really amazing. So don't give up on getting monetized, because once you get monetized, things get a lot easier. The hardest part was getting those subscribers and getting the watch time, but keep doing it, guys. Don't give up on your dreams. We'll come back to that in a moment. I found out that it's actually 70-30. So a simple example, let's take taxes out of it. If someone does a super chat for $10, I get $7 of that. That's a pretty good incentive. That's an incentive, and that's why the government wants to make, and think about it, if I'm getting 70%, 70% of revenue, and Google's only getting 30%, I have a very high incentive to keep doing my live streams, because the more I do it, I'm going to get 70%. That's a big incentive. So guess what? Google's going to make much more money by paying money 70% rather than paying me 50% or 40%. So that's why. And you guys look this up. This is true. John F. Kennedy believed this. John Maynard Keynes believed it. Certainly Milton Friedman. And absolutely Thomas Sowell, who wrote this interesting treatise from the Hoover Institute. Governments need to tax in order to raise money. But at some point, because of the Laffer curve, if they keep raising the tax rate, companies don't want to produce anymore. That is why, if you reduce, forget about who their fair share and the 1% and the poor shouldn't pay, forget about that. Billy Bob is telling you the number one purpose of taxation is to raise money for the government. So it's in the government's best interest to pick the exact right tax rate that's going to raise the most revenue for the government. And if you look at history of America, I'm sure it's in the same of other countries, the tax revenue, total tax revenue in the United States was always at its highest when the corporate tax rates were lowest. Sounds crazy, but it's true. And Billy Bob's grandpa, when he was selling, he had one of the biggest gator, wrestling outfits in Louisiana. When the tax rates were really high, he was not making as much, didn't have as much business. But when the tax rates were lower, he was able to charge lower. More people came, more revenue came in. The government made more money on a lower tax rate. So then, if that's true, and Billy Bob is telling you this is a 100% true economic lesson, why then is there this charge that we got to raise the rich need to pay their fair share? It's 100% to get votes. 100%. It's not to raise more money for the government. It's because they're pandering to people who do not understand economics. If you continue to raise, here's the truth, if you raise the tax rates on the rich, you just constantly raise it, eventually they're not going to produce anymore, and also they're going to move all their money into either tax-free municipal bonds or tax-free federal investments, or they're going to move the money offshore. Billy Bob was just in the Cayman Islands, lots of accounting firms there, a lot of banks there. A lot of rich people know how to move their money to the Cayman Islands legally and avoid paying taxes. It doesn't make, and think about this, if the people who are paying most of the taxes, most people think it's the poor people. No, it's the people who are rich. They pay most of the taxes, more taxes than anybody. As I say, it's the same thing called the 80-20 principle, right? It's also called the Pareto principle. And this applies to everything. Like if you've got a business, 80% of your customers buying alligators are coming from 20% of your customers. And 80% of the tax revenue in the United States comes from 20% of the population. It's probably even lower than that. Most of the tax revenue in this country, well, not in this country, because right now I'm in international waters, ladies and gentlemen. I'm still trying to figure out why they're spelling it. Maybe, this MSC Cruises, by the way, little side note. MSC Cruises is an Italian company. Maybe this is British spelling. I don't know. Or is in English, in American spelling, are there really two L's? Looks very funny to Billy Bob. By the way, we're 1 lakh away from 15 lakhs, which means we will be silver medalists in the YouTube live streaming Olympics. I was going to stop. We all talk, Rocco, Monroe, May. Should we stop doing the YouTube live streaming Olympics once the Olympics is over? That's what we were going to do. But we realized it's a heck of a lot of fun. It makes everyone feel good. We're at 15 lakhs. Ladies and gentlemen, hallelujah. Hallelujah. I can feel it. I can feel the Lord's presence right now because we are at 15 lakhs. Silver medal. Silver medal YouTube live streaming. We're on 16 lakhs now, which means we're 4 lakhs away from becoming gold medalists in the YouTube live streaming Olympics. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for turning on the bell to get notifications, and thank you for listening. So let's get back to economics lesson for the day. So we're talking about the Pareto principle. The truth is, the rich already are paying their fair share because the rich already are paying, are covering 80% of more than 80% of the taxes in the United States already. And the truth is, if you raise the taxes on the rich, what do? They move their companies overseas. They take their money and they invest it in tax-free investments, so any of the income is not taxable. So it's 100% pandering when these people say, I'm voting for Kamala Harris because she's going to raise taxes on the rich. First of all, it's bad economic policy if you raise taxes too high because it absolutely will reduce the revenue to the government. Always remember that. What's the point of taxation? To raise revenue. What's the ideal tax policy of a government? Is to charge the exact right amount of taxation that will bring in the maximum amount of revenue. That's in a perfect world, but politicians, and this is why Billy Bob thinks generally they're right. The conservatives are generally, they should be the ones who are in charge of the economy. Republicans are always saying, this is new. It used to be 40 years ago, it was everybody, left and the right, we're always saying, we're going to lower taxes. You never got elected saying, I'm going to raise taxes. But now, as I talked about this, the left has gone loony left. They're so crazy now that they are actually going to win, potentially, by saying, I'm going to raise the taxes on the rich, on the upper middle class, on the businesses, on Google, on Apple. But the truth is, that might get them into office. That might get them elected. But it's not going to help the country. And remember, I was telling you, trickle-down economics is not an actual economics principle. It was a derogatory term coined by the left to discredit Ronald Reagan and others who were trying to explain that why it's better to lower the taxes on companies and the rich. Now, again, let me tell you this. Billy Bob is not advocating that the taxes need to come completely down for the rich and completely down for the biggest companies. No, because you got to look at the Laffer curve. There's a part in that curve where you're going to have the best amount of revenue for the government. If it's too low, you're not going to maximize revenue. If it's too high, you're not going to maximize revenue. Bob is a little monologue now. It's going to go into the comments now and see what interesting. Now it's time to go gator fishing. We're going gator fishing right here in the comments. Let's see. Jeremiah says they spelt it wrong. Jewel. Oh, wait, I got to go up there. Oh, there are a lot of comments. Let me go back up there. Hold on. Let's see. And, okay, so someone's saying, it's eat a burger or something. I'm way too skinny. Says, thank you. Okay. Thank you very much. Billy Bob acknowledges he's a little thin. He's doing his best to increase his caloric intake. And when he does, you'll be the first one to know. We got Dakota Miller here saying, University of Florida, go Gators. Looney Bin searching for the Mountain Dew song classic. That's a good song. There's a Mountain Dew song. It's like, do what you want to do what you want to say, or do what you want to do, Mountain Dew, yeah. It's a very good song. Where's my sister wife? I left her in Louisiana. Look, you don't take sister wives on a Caribbean cruise. Let me tell you, you gotta leave the sister wife at home. You know what I'm saying, guys? I left my sister wife home with the Gators. Just letting you know. And anarcho-capitalism is contradiction, saying that's the same that we talked about. So let's see. Yeah, anarcho-capitalism is a contradiction. That is true. Trump or Harris? Well, definitely, we're talking about the proper tax policy in order to maximize revenue for the United States of America. It's 100% got to be Donald Trump. What's up, Flamin? Chillin says, I just liked your live stream. How do you feel about the open-air drug use in America right now? Oh, that's a whole other story, my friend Chillin. It's very unfortunate that there is open-air drug use because it's basically condoning it. And, if you're allowing this to happen everywhere, it's basically saying, hey, they're not arresting me. No police are harassing me. I guess this is a good lifestyle for me, and I'm going to continue to do it. I think it's absolutely terrible. By the way, we hit silver medal. Guys. We're almost at gold. 3 likes away from 20 likes, which means we win the gold medal YouTube live streaming Olympics. Anarchism is possible to achieve because there'll always be a leader, whether it be criminal or sergeant. So that's an interesting point, Jerry, about anarchy. But it's also the same thing when you go on the other side when we're talking about complete communism. Because communism is supposedly, again, talking about Karl Marx, from each according to his ability, to each according to his need. They're saying it's going to be an equal society of everybody. But of course, nature abhors a vacuum. I don't know if you know, they call it abhor. A-B-H-O-R means they does not like. Why do they call it a boar? Why not a gator? So I'm going to say nature a gators a vacuum. Nature a gators a vacuum. And therefore, even in a perfect communist society, there's always going to be someone who's going to say, you know what? I don't like this equality. I'm stronger. I'm better looking. I'm more intelligent. I'm a better leader. And that person's going to take charge. And that's why communism will always devolve into tyranny, dictatorships, etc. Same thing with anarchy. Nature a gator's a vacuum, as we just said. And thank you for that like. I think I got the like because you liked my new play on words. Nature a gator's a vacuum. Billy Bob really likes that. So nature a gator's a vacuum. In anarchy, again, there's nobody running anything. Someone's going to say, that's a perfect opportunity for Billy Bob to set up his gator shop right here. And then when someone comes by and goes, you don't have a permit to sell gators here, Billy Bob, I'll say, there ain't no laws around here, buddy. And I'm going to sell those gators. And I will sell them at a price I choose. And ain't no one going to have me pay taxes. Unless, of course, someone else decides they're going to start the government and say Billy Bob's got to start paying taxes. And then it depends, are they willing to risk coming into my gator pen? Because I got very trained gators. And when I say gator, fetch, I don't mean fetch like a little bit of ball. I mean fetch an arm, or maybe fetch a leg, maybe fetch a head, maybe fetch a whole body. Because my gators love to fetch. They love it. Oh my God. I have a gator sitter right now. Of course, that's my sister wife. And she's sending me pictures of the gators at home. Oh man. They are daddy to come home and fetch. They love to fetch. They need at least a good arm or two every week, or they get a little grumpy. So someone says it's jewelry with one L. Do we have a confirmation that jewelry is only spelled with one L? Because we got a problem here on the MSC cruise ship right here. Okay. It says fine jewelry. It should say underneath, crappy spelling. Fine jewelry, crappy spelling. What do you guys think? We got a Norway 16 saying America. F yeah. That's right. That's a great movie. A Team America. America. That's right. Because America's going to save the day. Always. Any problem in the world, America is there. We are there. That's why at the end of the Olympics in Paris, guess who dropped off the building rappelling? American Tom Cruise, ladies and gentlemen. Tom Cruise did it. Tom Cruise saved the Olympics. That closing ceremony would not have succeeded without Mr. Cruise. Let's see, we got Dakota Miller saying that's the Australian and English spelling. Yeah, that's what we were talking about here because it's an Italian cruise ship, so maybe they defer to the Brits. But you know what? America. That spelling is wrong according to Billy Bob, and I think you guys 100% agree. We will not allow that terrible British Australian spelling to corrupt the minds of young people learning English worldwide. If you are watching and you're learning English, you do not use that second L. That's a dead giveaway that you're not as smart as Billy Bob. Just saying that right now. No judgments, I'm just saying. And hello, hey, Flavia Aguiar from Brazil. Muito prazer. Muito prazer. If you guys didn't know what muito prazer means, it means nice to meet you in Portuguese. Muito prazer. You can say it with me. Muito prazer. Now, some of you might think it sounds like I'm saying brazier, like a little booby strap. I'm not saying brazier. I'm saying prazer. Muito prazer. Okay, let's see. Hi, Jeremiah. Am I on a cruise? Yeah, Zip Dips, I am on a cruise. We just left Cozumel, Mexico today. And actually, we left 2 days from Cozumel, Mexico. And tomorrow morning, we end up in Bahamas, a private island of MSC Cruises. I will allow this bad spelling of jewelry because they're taking Billy Bob to a private island tomorrow. That's going to be fantastic. What's up, Elizabeth? Good to see you. And a Big Kev is in the house. How you doing, Big Kev? And we got Tritzy. Tritzy's in the house. Great to have you here. And we got Dom Turismo, 89. We got Full Metal Chad. What's up, Bo Jiden? We got Health. Heath Woods here. The crazy thing is you do have a mod that's like 11 years old. Hey, Billy Bob doesn't judge. It's all, and actually, this is another lesson, guys. Don't judge people on anything but results. If they can do the job, let them do the job. That's what I'm saying. Sometimes Billy Bob's had to fire mods that were, 70 years old because they couldn't do it. But Billy Bob finds someone who's 11 years old, that's fine. Child labor is okay here. It's okay. We got parental permission. We're not doing exploitation. They can come and go as they please. It's all A-okay. We are completely in compliance with all of YouTube's policies and procedures. And that's right, Heath Woods, don't do drugs. Now, Heath Woods was trying to think that I am an example of why you should not do drugs. And you are, because Billy Bob is successful. Billy Bob is very good looking. Look at that face right there. Billy Bob can explain the Laffer curve. Billy Bob can explain economics, front and back. Billy Bob can explain the ins and outs of Gators across the country. You get all that on one YouTube live stream. You couldn't do that if you do drugs, ladies and gentlemen. This is the result of not doing drugs. You can be as good and as cool as Billy Bob. Let's see. We got Heath Woods, West Minneapolis, Billy Bob fan club is back in the house. You have not been here for a while. Billy Bob, he's our man. He's the greatest in the land. Well, thank you very much. And Billy Bob fan club, Jared finds that very funny. Slick says, run, Forrest, run. Yeah, I did. I taught Tom Hanks how to do that. He said, Billy Bob, he kept calling her Janae. And I said, look, that's not how you say it. You got to say Janae. And once Tom Hanks got that, he had Oscar written all over it. But I also taught him how to run. Because Tom Hanks didn't know how to run. I also taught Tom Cruise how to run. Everyone thinks Tom Cruise, he runs really great. He runs great. That's not the Tom Cruise run. That is the Billy Bob trademark run. Because you got to run like that when you're in the bayou. When those Gators, Now, those Gators cannot run long distance. Oh, but man, they can sprint. And if they want to get you, they're going to get you. So you got to run like Billy Bob, which is why Tom Cruise came to visit me one day. And he saw how fast Billy Bob ran when one of those Gators decided to come after Billy Bob. And Tom Cruise said, that is the way I want to run. Billy Bob, you got to teach Tom Cruise how to run like that. And I did, and that's it. That's it. That's history. Movie history, thanks to Billy Bob. We're at 20 likes, ladies and gentlemen. Congratulations. You, me, all of us on this live stream, we are now gold medal winners on the YouTube live stream Olympics. We're now moving on to the big leagues. When we hit 25 likes, that means we're going to get the Palladium medal. The Palladium medal goal of YouTube live streaming. All right, we got some more comments down here. Bob still finds it funny. As soon as he starts doing lots of live stream, lots of talking, his nose starts to run. Why does Billy Bob's nose start to run? Why? Maybe he's allergic to live streaming. I'll have to consult with my doctor and find out and say, doctor, can I please continue live streaming? Don't tell me I gotta stop just to prevent rhinitis. I don't want rhinitis, but I don't want to quit my live streaming. These are the big decisions you got to make in life. It's kind of like tax policy. Do you want to raise maximum revenue for the government by employing the Laffer curve? Or do you want to pander to the public who don't understand economics and tell them we're going to tax the rich so that you get votes, but they end up losing revenue for the government? So these are the decisions. Do I want rhinitis or do I want live streaming? For me, I think it's a very clear answer. You guys win the bet. Billy Bob's going to suffer with his rhinitis so that, hey, can live stream with you guys. Richard Feldman, he wants to tax you till you die. They say there are only two things that are guaranteed in life: death and taxes. Death and taxes. That's it. That's the only things that are permanent. We got Sweet Tea in the house. Trezzy is 87 years old. And let's see, in real life, Steven is here. How you doing in real life, Steven? Trizzy's 12 Gators and a nickel. Well, that's a very high tax rate. If you're going to tax somebody 12 Gators and a nickel, I mean, they must have really done you wrong, because that's more than 130%, Trizzy. 12 Gators and a nickel, you're going to tax somebody? That's not appropriate. And Ralph, Stephen, what are we talking about? Well, I'm going through the live stream comments here, but also talking about tax rates in America and other countries, and whether this is spelled right or wrong. So if you're in America, that's not good spelling. But apparently we're in international waters, so they pick British and Australian spelling. Poo-poo on that. Billy Bob has half a mind to go find a marker. And Billy Bob wants to write out. Get rid of that L. If you find out that Billy Bob gets arrested, you know why. It was either because I did that, or they found me on my reconnaissance mission on the first deck trying to find the Gators. Because I know there are Gators somewhere on this ship, and they're just hiding them from me. But I think it's fun. It's making my crew very interesting, because around every corner, I might crack the mystery and find a Gator. That's right. Did Bro get monetized yet? That's right, Steven. I got monetized. We made $15 on Super Chats the other day. And soon we're going to be having memberships set up probably in a week. And then we're going to set up the store here. You're going to buy lots of all crazy merchandise. And we're at 3,500. So when we get to 4,000 watch hours, we can start to live streams. And maybe that's when revenue really increases, or maybe that's when nobody continues to watch Billy Bob's live streams because they don't want to wait for the ad. We're going to experiment and find out. Tenderman says the Laffer curve is nonsense. Well, actually, it makes perfect sense, Tenderman. So I'm going to explain why Tenderman is incorrect. And just makes perfect sense. If you have a 0% tax rate, does the government make money? No. If you have a 100% tax rate, does the government make money? for maybe a day or two, maybe. But eventually, if all of the revenue before it goes to the government, then the company goes out of business in a week because they have no money to pay staff. They've got no money to produce new materials and new products. Therefore, there is a perfect place in between where maximum revenue is generated for the government. And that's why Laffer curve is not nonsense. It's actually perfect logic, and anyone who disputes it is an economic fool. I'm just saying that. You can try to argue against it, but it literally makes sense. Let's say, yes, Stephen, y'all did. Doing pretty good. Go back to Mexico. Get out of my country. What the heck is that? Staying off the grid says go back to monks and get out of my country. I love how staying off the grid, we have no idea what country this guy's talking about. Yeah. Thanks, Jerry. You're very nice. Salina says that's not true. Don't know what you're talking about. Jamaica's the true paradise island for crocodiles, for James Bond. Yeah, he'd walk on their backs to get one spot to another. Well, I'm not gonna lie, you guys know I taught all those James Bond actors how to do it. It is called crocodile walking. All right. Jairus, Billy, have you gotten your first donation? Well, they're not donations. Remember that. It's they are supportive contributions for services rendered. On this live stream, we've got no super chats yet. Once one happens, you guys would know. But I've also realized I don't care. Billy Bob's not going to beg, and I'm happy to be of entertainment value. And I'm glad people are subscribing. Before long, more and more people will join, and so it's all good. It's all good. Yeah, in real life, Steven says, I remember when you had 4 viewers. Yeah, things are going very much better. You know, there was one live stream when Billy Bob had 187 people on a live stream. So, 42 is not bad. It's certainly better than the 3 we were getting 3 months ago. Yeah, that's right, Steven. I've grown up so fast. Billy Bob was just a little baby YouTube live streamer a few months ago. Now, Billy Bob, I'm so sorry for live stream burping. Inappropriate. 100% inappropriate, and Billy Bob apologizes for that. All right, we're gonna try to get down, catch up on some of these live stream comments. What else do we got? And I gave him a 10-second chime out. Let's see. Michael Michaud features fine jewelry connection. Miss Tay. By the way, did you guys want to see some of the jewelry? It's right here. You can see it. There it is. Fine jewelry. I'm not lying. I'm really in a fine jewelry establishment on a Caribbean cruise ship. All right. Thoughts on the national debt, says Jerry. Oh, boy. Well, you guys just know, national debt is basically a big old credit card. And America's got a very high credit card debt. And it's all in the form of selling government bonds to foreign countries and also individuals and corporations. Right now, I think the 2 biggest holders of American national debt is China and Japan. I think Germany may be up there as well. But the point is, they always say if China or Japan or ever wanted to crash the American economy, all they got to do is say, we want to get paid back for all of the debt that we've taken on immediately. And if that happens, American economy is going to be in big trouble. But of course, the entire global economy is so completely linked, as evidenced by the complete crash of the economy. World open. Supply chains were too globally linked. Businesses were too globally linked. Finance, banks were linked. That's why there's been a de-globalization that's happened in the last 5 years, because COVID showed that we cannot rely on just one source that's across the globe. We got to get things multi-sourced from different things, different people. It's the same reason why anything you should try to diversify. Diversify your suppliers, diversify your platforms, your streaming platforms, diversify your girlfriends. I'm not saying anything. Billy Bob's not saying. I'm just saying. That way, if one of them says, Can't go out with you tonight, Billy Bob. I can always go down to the trailer down the street, and I'll find Margie down there. Margie's always available. I don't know if Margie's watching, but Margie's is 4 trailers down from my double wide in Louisiana, and if ever I need a date, Margie's available. So, Doc Annius says it's 1 a.m. Been up since 8 a.m. Should I go to the gym? I think you should go to the gym, do a good workout, take a shower, then go to bed. That's right. Jer said the same thing. Jer and I think alike. Russell Larson says, or they'll reinvest back in their business. That's fine, Russell. You're right. If we lower the tax rate, let's say Google is getting taxed, let's just say 50% right now, and then the government reduces the tax rate to 30%. The truth is that they may just reinvest all that extra money back in the business, but guess what? If that happens and they're successful, the company's going to grow even bigger, which means more government revenue for the government, which is, again, that's the number one purpose of taxation, is to raise money for the government. So you gotta find that perfect place on the Laffer curve to make sure the government revenue is maximized. Well, let's see. Jer, it's lots of money laundering. Rocco knows. Rocco has been involved with some money laundering in the past. For those who don't know, Rocco Tribbiani is another live host on this channel. But he's turned over a new leaf. Now he's working like me to become a professional YouTube live streamer. We got the monetization taken care of. Now it's trying to slowly build up revenue without pushing subscribers away. We got to continue to get subscribers while slowly increasing revenue. That's how that works. CDP says it's jewelry in England, jewelry in America. Well, we all know. Let's do a poll here. We're going to do a poll and settle this once and for all. All right, let's do this here. Let's see. What is the correct? All right. We're going to say. All right. 1 second here. Okay. There's a great poll. This is one of the most important polls happening right now in America. So I hope you guys will, consider it. Don't rush with your answers. Really think about what you would like to choose. Okay, what else? Moving back up. All right. Oh, a lot of messages up here. Trying to catch up. Oh, my. Oh, man. There's a lot of comments here. You guys got a lot of comments. Here. Oh, there's no way I'm going to catch up with these. Oh, my. Oh, my. There we go. Money laundering. I found it back again. Jared thinks money laundering should be legal. You're silly, very silly. And stop with the cringe. The hate is insane. Let's see. What else we got here in the live chats? Major, how's it going, Major? Haven't seen you in a long time. Good to have you here. That's right, CDP. You guys listen to the governor, CDP. You play nice. You all need to play nice. And Russell Larson is here. The government gives tax breaks for doing things they want you to do. Buy a house, write off your mortgage interest, invest in your business, write it off. Exactly right, Russell. That's exactly right. The government gives tax breaks. It's weird because once they're elected, they'll do their tax policy based on what they want you to do. But to get elected, they'll tell you what you want to hear. So it's very messed up. Billy Bob thinks that whatever you say as part of your platform, like you need to sit down. If you're running for office, whether it's president or mayor, you got to write down this is my economic policy, this is my blah 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 blah. And then if you're elected, you got to implement that policy. Why should you be able to say one thing, get elected, and then go do something else? I mean, that should be illegal. I mean, people voted you based on your platform, so you should be forced to actually implement your platform. Why are you being allowed to implement some other platform? That makes sense. Makes some sense. Does Billy Bob advocate for ranked choice voting? You know, ranked choice voting is a little complicated and weird, and I think, in general, Billy Bob does not like ranked choice voting. They do that in Maine and some other states, and I think it should be one person, one vote, and that's it. And yeah, it doesn't work. I agree. It got time today. Miss T says, I love Billy Bob even explaining economics. Now, I was thinking, Miss T, I did this as a little experiment. I mean, why can't the hosts on this channel be funny and be educational at the same time? Why not? We can do it. Because America, you can do anything and be anything you want to do or be. So Billy Bob's going to be a funny educator right on here. Stephen says, you guys are the funniest people I know. Thank you very much, my friend. My mom, says there's someone on here called my mom. And he says, the guy in the hat. You got to love how he says the guy in the hat. There's no one else in the live stream except me. So you don't have to differentiate between, you could just say this guy is blowing hot air. Are you all actually listening to this guy? Guess what? They love me. They love me. These people love Billy Bob. Billy Bob is a national treasure. We talked about that already, guys. All right, let's see. I Got Time says the only people who benefit from lower taxes are the companies. It does not trickle down to the employers or the company. It goes in the board pockets. Yes and no. I think that's a very black and white explanation of it, because 100% if you reduce taxes for a company and that company reinvests all of the savings back into the company and that company grows, the company then needs to hire more staff, which means it's going to help the less fortunate, because now there are going to be more jobs available for people. So in that sense, it does work. Raising taxes for companies does nothing to help poor people. Lowering taxes for companies, it may not be direct, but Billy Bob firmly believes if you lower that, and again, in that realm of the Laffer curve, but I think lower taxes generally will bring more revenue to the government, and I think it's going to result in more job creation than it would be otherwise. Look what happened in California recently. They raised the minimum wage for McDonald's workers, something like $20 an hour. $20 an hour. What did many of these companies do? They either fired people, or worst case scenario, the actual companies went out of business. Or they said, we're leaving California and we're only keeping our locations in Nevada, New Mexico, Arizona. I'm telling you, you raise taxes too high, the Laffer curve destroys all economic benefits. It's just not good, ladies and gentlemen. And let's say, Billy, someone was telling how to delete spam. Oh, I'm gonna tickle you is crazy. What the heck? I don't know what that means. Let me see, we're going back down here to live chats. In real life, Steven says, how did you get modded? So Billy Bob and the rest of the team here see somebody here who's here regularly, someone who's definitely not a spammer, somebody who supports the channel, someone who comes to various live streams and not just one. And eventually you'll come here one day and there's a lot of spam going on and there's no moderator. Well, someone that Billy Bob knows is going to then become the next anointed moderator. Hey, what's up, Jasmine Trammell? Thank you for loving my hat. I love your name, Miss Trammell. Cedric Richardson is here. Good to have you. Let's see what else. We got Porkchop 76. Oh, I've missed you, my friend. Lamar signing autographs at the mall tomorrow, 1 to 5. Hey, Porkchop came up with another way to spam, even though the Olympics are over. And I got to tell you, I'm very proud of you, Porkchop. I am very proud. I didn't think Porkchop would come up with a creative way to continue his Lamar Luttrell spams after the Olympics was over. Very good job. Let's see. He was playing around. Alligators have a lot of Team Awesomes in the house. Team Awesome, I have missed you greatly. It's good to have you here. And let's see. and pull up a dictionary. Let's see. Jeremiah started this trick by making a point of mocking me. Don't you worry about it, Stephen. Let's see. What else have we got? Billy Bob is the king. That's right. I am the Riz king. Someone's still in the moon. That's crazy. Going down there. Someone's up. Mr. Good Cat is still a mod. But I think it may be past Mr. Good Cat's bedtime right now. I don't know. We don't. He comes on at different times here and there. Trizzy says we love child labor. Child labor is not good. What are you talking about? Yeah. Yes, Jerry. I saw you timed out Jeremiah for spamming. I'm very proud of you, Jerry. I'm very, very proud of you, you good little moderator. You're a good little moderator, aren't you? Yeah, that's right. Let's everybody give a round of applause to Jerry, the moderator. And Jerry's patting himself on the back, saying, "Oh, I'm doing a great job, to be honest." You guys are funny. You guys are funny. I'm trying to get down to the bottom here. Team Awesome says, Mando says, looks like Billy Bob has been hitting the moonshine. I haven't been hitting the moonshine. I've just been out basking in the moonshine on deck 18, where I can see the stars from this Caribbean cruise ship. It is beautiful. I really connect with God and Gators when I can see the full stars in the sky. Robin Hood is stealing back unfair taxes and giving back to the poor, not stealing from the rich. You're right, Team Awesome. You are 100%. You are 100% correct. Robin Hood is stealing back unfair taxes. That's the whole problem with Robin Hood, right? Remember? Little John, I think, would be stealing. Who was it I forget who was stealing, but whoever was, you couldn't cross the bridge. You couldn't go into the forest until you paid them this extorted taxes, like the mafia. Robin Hood took that money back and gave it back to the poor. Yeah, not stealing just randomly from the rich. Let's see. Jared says, not going to lie, I would look good when you age and go to the gym. You're telling me I'm going to look better when I'm older and when I go to the gym? Jared, what the heck are you talking about? But I also need skincare and diet? You guys you're silly, Jared. What the heck are you talking about? I look good when I age and go to the gym with skincare and a diet. I've never had anybody give me such specific critiques and information on a live stream before. Very interesting. By the way, we're 2 locks away from getting to the Palladium medal on the YouTube live stream Olympics. And, okay, we're moving down to the bottom. Let's see, Jeremiah's dead. Mando's asking if I still shine shoes for a living. No, not recently. Not recently. Lately, people have been shining my shoes because I'm a national treasure. And they find it an honor and a privilege to shine Billy Bob's shoes. And let's see, we got more Trump 2024 from Max Steezy. All right, that is true. I'm telling you, I think if we've got a free and fair election, I think Donald Trump is going to win. That's what I think. Yeah, eggs, breads, and milk is $30 now, says J3F3. Unbelievable. Unbelievable how expensive it is. Everything's way too expensive. So we're on this cruise now, right? And the cruise, everything's included. So you get to eat unlimited in the restaurant or upstairs at the cafeteria buffet. But then they got all these other restaurants around, and you got to pay like $40-50 per person. I think, why the heck would you spend $40-50 per person when you already paid for unlimited food at the restaurant and up in the unlimited buffet? Especially in this inflationary environment. Makes no sense whatsoever. We got Team Awesome says, diversify your toilet paper closet. Oh, we got Keffin's in the house. Good to have you back. Your toilet paper closet. You know, that is true. You don't want to have just one toilet paper supplier. If you go to Publix or you go to the local Stop and Shop and that's the only place you get toilet paper, that's not a good idea. You should make sure you get toilet paper from multiple different suppliers in case one place runs out, you know exactly where to go to get the next roll of toilet paper. So Team Awesome is giving some very, very useful advice to help you on your daily financial journey. We got someone here named, this is the craziest YouTube name ever. His account is, we disconnected for a second there. Billy Bob is hoping we are still connected. All right, I think we're connected now. Billy Bob also gives some, personal fitness advice and nutrition advice. So I'm so constipated, says Carl's dad's ex-girlfriend. I've been constipated for 3 days, and all this person wants to do is poop. Okay. I had a dream, and, you know what? Ended up just being a spam. I thought this person really wanted some help with some bowels to help everything, the digestive system, to work a little better, but no, I was incorrect. JF3F says this is a pre-record. I love how many people think it's a pre-recording. Billy Bob, we will never do a pre-recording on a live stream. How can it be a live stream if it's pre-recorded? That's very misleading and dishonest. And Billy Bob will not be dishonest on this stream. Let's see. No quartering means no surrender. Billy Bob, did you know that? That is right. No quartering. No surrender. And I thought this was Bill Nye, says Trevor Holland. Good to have you here. Stony Falcon, do you like to have cider? From Mike Hunt Brewery. I have not eaten there. Don't know where that is. Let's see. What else we got? Why won't Kamala do an interview, says Jonathan Narcisse. It's 100% because she's scared and she knows she cannot survive. Here's something else. I think a lot of states are going to be doing what's known as mail-in voting on September 4th or so 3rd. And I think Kamala Harris is trying to delay as long as possible so as many mail-in votes can happen before she's actually on national television with Donald Trump. Because Donald Trump's going to destroy her. There's no way Kamala Harris is going to be able to answer the questions eloquently and intelligently. So, but it's really inexcusable, and she should be for. Donald Trump yesterday gave a 2.5-hour press conference. Kamala Harris has not given even one. It's embarrassing, and the people that are supporting Kamala Harris should be embarrassed by themselves. Yeah, Kamala's very cringe, says Jared. One Shot wants to borrow $40. That's a negative ghostwriting. 2 of my best careers left Cali, Aerojet, Rocketdyne, and Raytheon, says Bill DeSmith. Yeah, it's terrible. Everyone's moving from New York and Connecticut and Jersey and Pennsylvania down to Florida. Everyone's moving from California to Nevada, Arizona, Texas. It's not good. Go woke, go broke, as they say. Thanks, Team Awesome. Yeah, I've been promoted. Billy Bob has been promoted. Oh, Billy Bob was not talking about me. Someone asked him how to look better. Well, the truth is, Billy Bob gets better and better with age. I mean, Billy Bob just gets better looking with every live stream. Am I right? Am I right? Not the Latin. Billy Bob just, he's like good fine cheese or good fine wine, even though Billy Bob doesn't like wine. But he's exact a fine wine. Billy Bob is 1776 fine wine. Get my America drift. Let's see. Bill DeSmith's there. You're 2 hours behind. Find me a sweet. Bill DeSmith, I apologize. I hope you're still here. Billy Bob's very behind. Donald Trump destroys himself whenever he's on air. No, I don't think so. I think Donald Trump's doing pretty well. I think you're talking about Kamala Harris. Let's see. Oh, guess what, ladies and gentlemen? Billy Bob is at the bottom of the live streams. Fantastic. So, Omando again is saying Rocco is banned from Boston. Paul Salsa, very funny. LGBTQ stands for Let's Get Back Trump Quickly. Very clever. I wonder, did you come up with that, Paul, or did you read that somewhere? That's very, very interesting. Very clever. Very poetic. So let's look at this poll here, ladies and gentlemen, and see. We're ending the poll. And let's see what it says. The correct spell. We had 41 votes, ladies and gentlemen. The correct spelling of jewelry is not like this. It is with one L. So we have to cover that thing up. That is the correct spelling of jewelry. And you're hearing that first in America on Billy Bob's live stream. I know technically we're in international waters right now, but when I have this hat on and we're on this live stream, we are always in America. Joseph says Trump 24. Rocco Amando says, oh, wait, we got more questions here. Jared says, have you seen Kai Cenat, a streamer turning down a collab with Kamala? What do you mean, Jared? Can you explain what you're talking about? I'd like to know what you're referring to. And Mando says Rocco's banned from Boston. Oh, really? If I go to Rocco and I tell him that you telling him that Rocco's banned from Boston, he's gonna come up to Boston on the next flight and he's gonna kick your butt. So don't you be telling me that. Don't you be telling me that. We got more people looking at Billy Bob going, who's this crazy Cajun sitting here in front of the jewelry store talking to his telephone? I wonder how many people know that I'm live streaming. How many people think that this is just a regular guy talking to his friends? I have no idea what people are thinking of. But Billy Bob doesn't care. It's a really good lesson for life. I know a lot of people would not be sitting right here in public. Again, I'm right in public, and there's a hallway right here in the cruise ship, and people just keep walking by. And when they do, they look at Billy Bob. Sometimes they're giggling, sometimes they're pointing. Sometimes they just walk by and with a straight face, because I think they just think, oh, that's just Billy Bob. He's just talking. Just a random guy talking to his friends, talking to his family. I don't know. LGBTQ, let's get back Trump quickly. That is very funny. Very funny. Team Awesome says, met Billy Bob first. It's a lot. Kai, I know what he means. I have no idea what you mean, Team Awesome. What the heck are you talking about? Paul says, I'll let Biden say it. Cackle. Cackle. She does like to cackle. And I will say, Donald Trump does like to ramble. I'm not telling you that Donald Trump is, God or something like that. Donald Trump has his deficiencies too, but I try to look past the people and look at the policies. And I try to close my eyes and say, I don't care what their names are, don't care what the skin color is, don't care about how they cackle. But as I talked about the other day, we don't like cankles. So I think it was Keno Surf who was saying, you can have ankles and you can have calves. But if you got cankles, you don't got Billy Bob's vote. Billy Bob does not vote for cankles. It's just a personal preference. It's not an insult. But I'm telling you, not just what Billy Bob. I mean, some of you guys might say, I'm not going to vote for someone with orange hair or with orange skin. That's your preference. That's no fine. All right, let's see. Someone. Oh, no, that's not me. That's not me. Alexander Costello is asking, what ship am I on? It's the MSC Seascape. Seascape. MSC stands for Mediterranean Shipping Company. A lot of people don't know that, and a lot of people company. And so it started out as an actual ship in Italy. And then it became also a cruise line company. And that's why if you want to go on a cruise with lots of Europeans, lots of French, lots of Germans, lots of Danish, lots of Italians, come onto MSC cruises. Because you go on a Royal Caribbean, mostly Americans. But MSC, it's a little bit classier of a ship. Kai is a streamer that the FBI, why would the FBI reach out to Kai? I don't understand that, Team Awesome. Let me know what you're talking about. Jared says, thoughts on Project 2025? I think it's just some companies, a think tank's position on what they think a conservative president can do. It's a playbook. It doesn't mean that the president has to apply. See, like people walking by. Right there. Don't have to apply everything, just like a football team doesn't have to apply every single play in the playbook, but they're just there. They're saying, hey, here are some ideas that we think. It's written by the Heritage Foundation. Heritage Foundation is a conservative think tank, as opposed to the Brookings Institute, which is a liberal think tank. So that's it. I think in Project 25, there are some very good ideas. Maybe there's some ideas that Billy Bob doesn't agree with completely, but that's it. It's basically one company's opinion. So I don't know why there's a big hubbub about it. Let's see. Miss T says, Billy Bob, how is jewelry different than America? Well, let me tell you. Here, we're saving a syllable because America is all about efficiency and doing things right. Why do we need an A when we can just say America? That's 3 syllables. America. Technically, if you say it fast enough, it's 1 syllable. America. 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 Where here, it's just bad spelling. That's waste. Why are we wasting an extra letter, Miss T? Why are we using this extra L up here? We don't need an extra L, so why do I have it? This hat is showing that we don't need the extra A, we just America. So that is explaining it, and now you know. And what's up, Paul? Black Lives MAGA. That's very interesting. This guy, Paul, he's very clever. He is very clever. Black Lives MAGA. Very funny. That's right, Team Awesome. Jewelry is very less efficient. And it's you know, how much child labor was used to put this extra L on there, right? We don't need that extra L. Why do we need an extra L? Billy Bob does not approve. Billy Bob does not approve. Trying to see if there are any more bad spelling things. Like here, look. Are there any more strange spelling things on there? I don't know. I'm sure they got, oh, look at that. I found one. Look at that, poor spelling. RECIEPT, terrible. Absolutely terrible, ladies and gentlemen. That's not good. See, Billy Bob can find misspellings absolutely everywhere because he's got his America hat on. And this America hat is like a thinking cap. It helps everything become more precise in my mind. Let's see. And DNC begging streamers to host Kamala. No kidding. Are you serious? I'll tell you this. If Kamala Harris wants to come on to my live stream, Billy Bob will talk with her. Billy Bob is formally, right now, I'm saying right now, Kamala, DNC, if you're watching, I hope you'll come on Billy Bob's live stream. We'll talk Gators, we'll talk God, we'll talk guns, and we'll talk, we'll talk some gazpacho if you want. We'll talk anything we don't have to focus only on the G's. We can focus on words that start with, with B too, like Bayou, Billy Bob. It's all good. Billy Bob is ready and willing to help do his part for the country. Andrew Ressinger says, true kindness matters. You are so correct, Andrew. By the way, and my live streams are all about kindness. If you want more kindness, you guys can click like and click subscribe, and you could turn on the bell. By the way, we got 25 likes, which means we've won the Palladium YouTube live stream Olympics medal. Hot diggity dog. Congratulations, guys. You guys are really a part of it. And let's see. Veet Pirate says, title says you explained it all. Did Adam and Eve have belly buttons since they weren't birthed into life? No, they did not have belly buttons per se, as such. As the British like to say, they like to say as such. They did not have belly buttons as such. What they did have are belly, what would I call them? It's kind of, I guess, belly gators. That's the best way I could describe it. They kind of look like gators, and they were around the belly area. And those gators, when God created Adam and Eve, these gators started trying to munch around the belly because they had to get out somehow. And when they came out, they kind of created a hole in the belly. But those gators got out. But those gators were very polite. The gators I don't know if you knew this, but gators are very good with a needle and thread. So gators used a little needle and thread, and they sewed up that thing, and that's how we got the first belly button. And that's why it kind of looks like it's sewed in there. Many people don't know this, and they say, "Oh, that's Billy Bob with his conspiracy theories again." But Andrew. Oh no, who was it that asked? V Pirate wanted to know. So, and I did say I explained it all, and I just want to let you know that's how the belly button came about. And Andrew says, "How's your day doing, bud?" I'm doing all right. Thank you very much, Andrew. It's good to see you. Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, and all that jazz. Snake Pit 412 is back in house. White Cliff, Gators for Trump. Cable Knitter says this guy isn't even American. I absolutely am. I absolutely am. 100% from the bayou of Louisiana. Don't you ever tell me otherwise. Team Awesome says, I was glad to see Monroe raise his hand when Elon was talking with Trump. Absolutely did. That's right. Billy Bob was there. So right there with Monroe. We're all watching it together. Rocco, and Aquino, we all were supporting Trump and Elon's adventure on X. V Pirate is laughing, but that's the truth. I told you that's how the belly button came about. Whitecliff says gators don't have opposable thumbs. That's why the fact that they can use needle and thread is one of God's true mysteries. It's amazing what they can do with their teeth. They use needle and thread with their teeth. It is unbelievable what they can do. And Cable Knitter saying, stop your line. I can hear about 2 or 3 foreign accents under your fake one. Oh, Cable Knitter, you're so silly. You're so silly. V Pirate says, some of the best Cajun food I found one time was under a bridge in a shack that looked like it was about to fall over. Well, actually, that's typically. The more run down a place is, the better the Cajun food. That's a Louisiana tradition. The better the food, like every time a store gets, like a restaurant gets another star rating in the news, you got to run the place down a little bit. So when a restaurant opens, it looks brand new. But as it gets better and better reviews on Google and Yelp, they got to tear down boards. We got to move it like under bridges. We got to put it, sometimes some of the best Cajun food is in trash dumps. And it's weird because you got to do dumpster diving in order to get down deep enough to find the actual restaurant. But when you can get down to the bottom, that's why if you go to Louisiana, go out of town, find the closest garbage dump. If you dug deep down, you will find 5-star dining of the highest caliber. Highest caliber. It's absolutely amazing. Let's see. And Whitecliff says it's a miracle. That's where you find the best barbecue. Yeah, it is. It is absolutely true. By the way, we're almost at 30 likes. When we get to 30 likes, we will get the platinum YouTube live streaming Olympics medal. It's going to be fantastic. It's going to be wonderful and amazing. That's right. We'll find the best barbecue up there. Let me see how much battery is left on here. 1 second. 48% battery. So we'll stream a little bit long. Having a good time. But I'm glad we sorted out that spelling issue up here with the fine jewelry. For those just joining, my name is Billy Bob. I'm from the bayou of Louisiana. But now I'm on a cruise ship in the Caribbean. Just left Cozumel, Mexico. We're heading over to Bahamas. Let's see. Team Awesome says, I don't know Timmy that. What the heck is Timmy? Who the heck is Timmy? V Pirate says, next question. If our dollar is taxed by an employer for their business, we're taxed on our pay. Taxes when we spend on money, taxes on the roads to go to that job, and so on. How much of our dollar is really left? No, it's probably for every dollar that is taxed, the government spends about $1.50. So for every dollar of tax revenue, the government spends about $27, actually. And that's a big problem, and that's the big issue what's going on, because we're on a house of cards right now. We can't support it forever. That's right. Tax on tax on tax on tax. And Team Awesome says, ain't he your British friend? Oh, Timothy. No, that you're talking about Timothy. Timothy, you're calling him Timmy. I don't think he likes to be called Timmy. He's very British and posh. It's Timothy. Timothy Hilford from various parts of England and whatnot. Joe Boy says, what about a house of pancakes? That would be better. What would be better? What would be better than a house? What the heck are you talking about, Joe Boy? You're talking about a house of pancakes would be better than what? Better than a Gator burger? Gators are us? Buy one Gator, get a second Gator free? Here Gator, there Gator? Sir Gator, yes Gator? What are you talking about? Oh, Joe Boy is saying that a house of pancakes would be better than a house of cards. I do have to disagree with you there. A house of Gators. I mean, we got house of cards. Not so good. It's all right, because at least we got a house, right? Then we got a house of pancakes. Not bad. But house of Gators is top. House of Gators is really where it is 100%. Cable Knitter says, what part of London are you from, Billy Bob? This guy Cable Knitter is very strange. When did Billy Bob ever say he was from London? Timothy Hilford is from London. Rocco Tribbiani's from New York and New Jersey. Keno Surf is from Hawaii. Monroe Mann is from New York and Maine. And me, Billy Bob, I am from the deep bayou of Louisiana. Can't you get that straight? Cable Knitter. Cable Knitter doesn't seem to be following very much what's going on in this live stream. He's telling my accent is phony. If an accent is real, it doesn't matter how phony it sounds, it's legit. My name is Billy Bob. I'm from the deep bayou, Louisiana. This is how I grew up. This is how I sound. This is my accent. So what the heck are you saying? Silly boy, Cable Knitter. And Ricky Schaaf is calling me an idiot, but he can't even spell your correctly. He writes Y-O-U-R. I'm going to post this as a pinned message. I'm going to post it as a pinned message because so you all learn how silly Ricky is. It's Y-O-U''R-E. Your. So who's the idiot now? Not Billy Bob, it's Mr. Ricky. Ricky's the idiotski. Let's see. Cable Knitter says, I am the one saying you have a British accent and you're faking a Southern accent. Actually, no, Cable Knitter. Cable Knitter has absolutely no idea. Cable Knitter thinks he knows everything, but Cable Knitter couldn't be farther from the truth, guys. Cable Knitter's a silly man. A silly man. Did he for president? I don't think so. Mr. Goodcat says, Ricky means to say you're in it. Thank you, Mr. Goodcat. Thank you, V Pirate. So you guys, Ricky, you should be very grateful that I have such wonderful fans and moderators who are going out of their way to improve your terrible grammar and writing skills. If you're going to spam and insult people, Ricky, please do so with proper grammar or you lose all credibility. You lose all credibility. Team Awesome. Yeah, Ricky's about to get shredded. Ricky's already shredded. Ricky's shredded by the big Billy Bob shredding machine. Let's see. Cable Knitter says, I'm a girl. I knit sweaters and some have cable patterns. Well, Cable Knitter, you think we care? You spent all this time insulting your fearless live streaming leader here, Billy Bob. But you know what? I'm still going to say, Cable Knitter, I'm sure you make beautiful sweaters. And I hope they have beautiful cable patterns. And you're always welcome to be a member of this channel here. No problem. We love you anyway. Yeah, that's right. Billy Bob's very intelligent. Thank you, Mr. Goodcat. I just realized Mr. Goodcat is not Mr. Goodcat. He's Mr. Goodcat 7511. And I got no idea why he's got a 7511 at the end of his live stream name. 7511. Very suspicious. Maybe he's on this MSC cruise and he's on the 7th deck in room 511. Mr. Goodcat, are you on this cruise ship with Billy Bob? Are you on this cruise ship with Billy Bob? Don't you lie to me. You let me know. Are you on the Gator hunt too? So I met two other people who are also trying to go down to the first deck tonight to see if that's where they're hiding gators. I think we're going to find them. Thank you for subscribing, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for clicking the bell so you get notifications. We're one like away from getting the platinum YouTube live streaming medal. And yeah. And just so you know, no obligation, but if you guys do want to support the channel, you can always do a super chat if you want. If not, no problem, because Billy Bob's happy just to have you here. Let's say, oh, Mr. Goodcat is the captain of the vessel. You know what? I was wondering why this ship was sailing so smoothly. Of course, Goodcat's at the wheel. Of course, Goodcat's at the wheel. Well, that's great, Goodcat. I'm looking forward to meeting you. I'm gonna. Don't tell anybody that I'm going to the first deck tonight to find the Gators. So if you turn me in to security, I'll be very disappointed in you. I got to find the Gators. Okay, let's say Joe Boy says, I went to middle school with cable knitter and she couldn't knit to save her life. Yeah, I have a feeling that might be true. A lot of people like to lie here in the live chat. They tell me that they're really pretty girls and they want to marry Billy Bob, but I know it ain't true. They're trying to pull the wool over Billy Bob's eyes. But Billy Bob doesn't believe it. Billy Bob can tell a lie. Billy Bob knows. Let's see. Sniff says, if you're from the South, you'll know the amazing song Ram Ranch. I don't know the song Ram Ranch, but I do know the song Black Betty, Black Betty, Black Betty, Black Betty. Billy Bob doesn't know any of the other songs, but he knows Black Betty, Black Betty. Everybody knows Black Betty. By the way, I'll sing another song for you guys. It's one of my favorite songs. I usually sing this on a live stream. Thanks for reminding me. Country roads take me home to the place that I love. Louisiana, Gator Mama, take me home by your roads. Hope you guys like that one. That's a Billy Bob original, sort of. Kind of copied it from Don Denver with my own little take on it. Let's see. Cable Linder says, no insult to tell the truth, is it? No, there's no insult to tell the truth, but you're not telling any truth. This is kind of like the left in America. They try to convince America they're telling the truth, but they're lying all the time. They're lying all the time. They're saying that the rich need to pay their fair share, and the rich pay 90% of all the tax revenue in the United States. How much more money, tax revenue, can the rich possibly pay? Silly, crazy stuff. Team Awesome says, Ricky says, I got it wrong, but he did it again. Let's pin this message again. After that incredible lesson that I gave Ricky in the difference between your possessive, Y-O-U-R, and your subject and verb, Y-O-U, apostrophe R-E, he still writes something. Now, I'm going to read this for you. I got it wrong, but yet you're a prime example of what's wrong with people who got to look for... he used it twice. He used Y-O-U-R, possessive, twice in that message, when it should have been Y-O-U apostrophe R-E. Ricky, can you please use Y-O-U apostrophe R-E? Can you use that correctly once in the sentence? If you use that once correctly in a sentence in the chat, I will ask everybody to congratulate you in the live chat. I have faith in you that you can criticize me with proper grammar. Please criticize me with proper grammar, guys. It's more of an insult to me when you use the bad grammar than it is that you're actually spamming me. Oh, we hit 100 people for the first time in this live stream right now. That's pretty nice. Nice to have you guys here. Uh-oh. Like, I bought this thing because this thing allows me to keep streaming. It's called, what's it? It's a fast charger. I don't even know who the company is. But it works really well. Oh, it's by Atalax. So if you need to have a quick recharge real quick, you can use that. Thank you, V-Pirate, for subscribing. Did you see my question? I don't know which question you're talking about, V-Pirate, so you're going to have to ask it again because I don't see it. And Oh, a lot of noise going over here. A lot of people making big noise. Ricky, you're still making the same mistake. That's right, Mr. Good Cat. You tell him, Ricky. What are my plans in the Bahamas? So it's a private island that's rented by MSC Cruise from the Bahamian government. For those of you who don't know, it's not called the Bahamian government, it's Bahamian government. And apparently, we're going to be the only ship that docks there tomorrow. And so we're going to have free reign of the entire island. The whole entire island is just a big old beach. So it's going to be good swimming, good snorkeling for Billy Bob. And I think, and they have all you can eat buffet on the island. I mean, that's going to be pretty nice. Ricky says, I've become dumber listening to you. Well, no, you haven't been listening to me, because if you were listening to me, you would have picked up on the grammar lesson that Billy Bob gave you, that Mr. Goodcat gave you, that all these other people gave you, and you wouldn't have made the same mistake again. But you keep making the same silly grammar mistakes. Open your ears, my friend, and then you will learn. That's how you learn. You open your ears to listen. You open your eyes to read. Do less writing and less talking, and you become more intelligent. So right now, Billy Bob is not becoming more intelligent because he's doing a lot of talking. But in between live streams, Billy Bob is always reading books, reading the news, watching documentaries, trying to become more intelligent to make these live streams more useful and educational for you guys watching. Yeah, Mr. Goodcat, I agree. Ricky could do better trolling. Billy Bob's thinking of starting his own trolling academy. So for people who want to do some live stream trolling and spamming, I mean, if they're going to do it, shouldn't they at least do it right? I mean, a lot of these, like, Ricky doesn't know how to do it right. He's not an effective live stream troller. I really hope that you'll do a better job, Ricky. When I open my academy, my live stream trolling academy, I will give you a scholarship to my program because I really want you to improve, my friend. It breaks my heart to see you spamming so poorly. I'd like you to do it a little bit better. And, Billy, you're on Team Billy Bob now. I'm going to turn you into a great American spammer. No question about it. I will help you spam like no other. I'm winning the YouTube live streaming Olympics. You're going to win solid gold YouTube live streaming spamming. You can do it, Ricky. We're all counting on you. Let's see. What's up, Smeggy McGay? Good to see you. Cruise is going really well. I finally found a place I can live stream in peace. Of course, it took me 80% of the cruise to find it. It was in this front of this jewelry store that's closed at night, and nobody's here. Very quiet, has a good Wi-Fi signal. Really, finally the cruise is supporting America. And Hadassah says, I like when you rap. It's pretty cool. Well, that's cool. Thank you, Hadassah. Maybe, Billy Bob doesn't really do much of the rapping. But Monroe Mann will do a rap. He'll set up a stream, maybe tomorrow, for rapping just for you. So Hadassah, if you subscribe and turn on notifications, you'll get notified tomorrow. Monroe Mann is going to do some rapping for you, some improvisational rapping right here on this channel. V-Pirate, you know that Bruce Wayne prank called Peter Parker and asked him where Uncle Ben was? He said, at the movies with your parents. Let's see. Bruce Wayne prank called Peter Parker and asked him where Uncle Ben was. He said, at the movies with your parents. I think that's kind of like an inbred joke or something like that. I don't know, V-Pirate. Billy Bob's a very smart guy, but when it comes to genealogy, he just doesn't get it. Thank you, McKee says, John Denver, great song. Thank you very much. Team Awesome, Carl's grandpa's ex-girlfriend on Carl's phone. Yeah, that's funny. Who the heck is that? Team Awesome, who is Carl's grandpa's ex-girlfriend on Carl's phone? Did you see that person again? How come you're saying that right now? We got a Saints football question. Lucas. No. Hadassah. Cable, and he does comedy as live, even if he uses an accent, it's just funny. Thanks, Hadassah, for explaining how it all works. Ricky Chef says, I can't because you made me D-U-M-B. I did not make you D-U-M-B. I tried to make you S-M-A-R-T. I tried my best to make you S-M-A-R-T. But you didn't listen, Ricky. And now that's why you're still not spamming well. Come on, man. I'll be my Joe Biden president. Come on, man. Come on, man. You can spam better. Come on, man. Billy Bob wants you to spam a little bit better, Ricky. And Barbara's back. How you doing, Barbara? Good to see you. Thank you for the likes. By the way, we got 35 likes, which means we are now platinum live streaming, YouTube live streaming medalist. Pretty amazing. Cable Knitter says, oh my God, is he a cruise performer? Well, I'm on a cruise right now, and I am performing to an audience of 75 amazing people. That's right. I have been hired to perform on YouTube Live by MSC Cruises. Most of the people walking by, they don't even know that I'm part of the entertainment. They think I'm just talking to a friend. They don't know it's Billy Bob Undercover doing YouTube live streaming. Who is Archie? Archie. I don't know who Archie is. Maybe it's from the Archie comic books. Billy Bob's not sure. Hello, Africa Doll. How are you? Yeah, Cable Knitter hates the whole your thing, the there. Yeah, me too. See, Cable Knitter, we can find common ground. I honestly find it, if the more you talk with somebody, the more you can find something that you can agree upon. That's why Billy Bob thinks it's wonderful that Donald Trump talks to Putin, talks to Xi, talks to Kim Jong-un. Just because we have some differences doesn't mean we shun them. No, it's better to talk with them, have a dialogue, and then maybe we can find some ways that we can work together. You know what I'm saying, ladies and gentlemen? Yeah, Barbara brought a good time, long time no see. Team Awesome wants to sign up for Trolling Academy as well. You know, maybe instead of YouTube live streaming, I should start the trolling at Billy Bob's Trolling Academy, and then Billy Bob will make lots and lots of money. Now that's a possibility. Let me guys, I want to ask you guys a question right now. Hold on a second. Is it off-putting for me to mention super chats? Yeah. Okay, I got a little question, a little poll for you. Okay, Billy Bob is new to the whole world of live streaming. The channel just got monetized about a week ago. So Billy Bob is trying to gauge how this all works, because he's reading a book on how to find leads and grow your business, and the author was saying you got to be very careful, because it's better. This is not just talking about YouTube, just talking about in general with a business. Give away lots of free content, and because the more free content you give away, the more you're going to get loyal subscribers and loyal followers. But the minute you start asking for money, you're immediately going to alienate some people and you're going to push them away. So Billy Bob is trying to find that happy medium, because certainly Billy Bob wants to make money, but Billy Bob also wants to, making money should not be the number one focus. The number one focus is making the audience happy. So I'm just curious how we figure that out. So, okay, I'm gonna wait for a few more votes, because we got 7 votes now, but I want to know a little bit more. Team Awesome, get a nonsense. Team Awesome. I wish I could see Team Awesome's profile picture, but I can't because it looks very small. But Team Awesome, thank you very much. I think it's a woman. Billy Bob doesn't know. But let's all give a round of applause to Team Awesome. And this is their 3rd super on a live stream. Team Awesome said, I'd rather you sell packages. What do you mean by packages? Do you mean like UPS packages, FedEx packages? Like I can go to FedEx and say, you got any packages that you're not, that you don't need, because Team Awesome wants me to sell them to her? Is that what you mean? Tara? Who the heck is Tara? Tara, is that your name? Oh, message retracted. I think we should just let the cat out of the bag. Team Awesome's name is Tara. Team Awesome's name is Tara. Billy Bob saw it. Let's see. Mary J. Boss Samuel says, nice. How you doing here? But I want to say, let's celebrate, Team Awesome's third super on a live stream. Thank you very much. I do appreciate that. Um, Let me see what it is. We got some. Let's see. He knitting all the accents together from you. Hello, Helen. Hi from Australia. I'd like to. You remember Crocodile Dundee, Helen? That's not a knife. This is a knife. Billy Bob really liked that movie. With Paul Hogan was his name. Paul Hogan. He's a national treasure for you guys in Australia. And Cable says, "Oh my God, I'm stuck in an infomercial." Why would you say infomercial? An infomercial. I don't know. I mean, you guys know I'm selling Gators. I mean, that's the whole purpose of these live streams. Billy Bob's got a gator farm up in Louisiana. I'm hoping all of you are going to buy a nice gator. What is it going to take for Billy Bob to get you into a bright, new, shiny gator? We got 2-year-old gators, 4-year-old gators, 6-year-old gators. We got baby 2-foot gators. We got grandpa 7-foot gators. We got every type of gator you want. And you just let me know. I am your gator supplier. When you find a friend who needs a gator, you let them know. You send them to Billy Bob. I know exactly who you need to talk to get a gator. Mouth hugs from Kamala. Thanks, Jim. Barbara says, "Give me odors, Billy Bob. I have more American hat than I could give you them." Oh, really, Barbara? Very interesting. Thank you. God bless America. Jared says you need a call to action. Jared, I have no idea what you're talking about. Can you be a little bit more specific? Can you let me know what you mean? Let's see. Barbara says, "Can you see the blue jays?" What do you mean? What blue jays? You talking about, can I see some birds? Team Awesome says, "Like pet detectives. You need to sell packages like pet detectives." Team Awesome, I got no idea what the heck you're talking about right now. Does anyone know what this Team Awesome is saying? Right now, she's Team Confusing. Team Very Hard to Understand. Let's say, "Can you see the blue jay?" What blue jay? What the heck is going on in this live chat? These women here, Team Awesome and Barbara Bondarchuk, are making absolutely no sense right now. Now, I'm gonna give Team Awesome the benefit of the doubt because she just super chatted 99 cents, which I greatly appreciate. But, so Cable Knitter says, "I might check back later and donate. Not sure how I feel about pro-Trump messaging, which is fatal for American democracy, not a joke to me." Well, Cable Knitter, I respect your opinion because I appreciate free speech, but I feel exactly the same way you do on the opposite. I think Kamala Harris is fatal for American democracy. And I don't understand how more government. Kamala Harris wants more government, which basically means less democracy. Because the more government is getting involved in changing the laws, enforcing things, it means we've got less freedom, which means less democracy. So just keep that in mind, Cable Knitter, before you say that Trump is fatal for democracy. Trump is going to preserve freedoms. Kamala Harris is absolutely taking freedoms away. It's not a joke to Billy Bob either. It's not a joke to Billy Bob either. It's a very serious stuff we're talking about on this live stream. Well, you think this is all a joke? You think I'm just a character? You think I'm here just to make you laugh and entertain you? Well, that is not true. I'm here representing America, and I'm 100% real. Read it and weep, ladies and gentlemen. Oh boy, Jim. Wow. That's a little inappropriate. Pokerman says, "Couldn't find a hat that fit, just wear any hat because it says America." That's not true. Oh, we got some gator emojis here. You know what emojis? 1 gator, 2 gator, 3 gator, 4 gator. That's great. The best is when you do 9. I think 1 gator, 2 gator, 3 gator, 4, 5 gator, 6 or 7 or 8. 9 gator emojis is the perfect number. If you put 9 gator emojis in, you'll see what's going to happen. I dare someone to do it. Let's see. Jared D in Florida. "Barbara, how much for the gator? I can take 50. Well, Barbara, we only sell gators in bulk, and a bulk is 4,000 gator minimum purchase. So, but I can give you a discount because you're a devoted fan of Billy Bob. So I will definitely give you a lot of gators at a good affordable price." Team Awesome says your money's not good here. Poker Man. I'm over here with Gator Man Billy. That's right, Jared D. Good to have you here. Joseph Spabo, Trump with lower prices down. Well, Joseph, you can't lower prices up. That's like it's either lower prices or take prices down. You can't lower prices down. That's redundant. But I do get your point. What about RFK Jr.? I think RFK Jr. is a better solution than Kamala Harris, but God bless the guy. I don't know. I think you need a president who can speak better. And I'm not trying to be insulting to the guy, but I cannot understand what the heck he's saying when he's talking. And if you got to be the president of the country, I feel like he should speak with a voice box like Darth Vader does. You're like, America, I am your president. Something like that. So that way we can all understand him better. And vote for Robert Kennedy. We got 1 Gator, 2 Gator, 3 Gator, 4, 5 Gator, 6 Gator, 7 Gator more, 8 Gator, 9 Gator. Oh, that's 10 Gators, Jared. I said 9 Gator emojis is what makes the magic happen. 9 Gator emojis, not 10, not 8, 9. Jared, yeah, I tell you this. I've presented my Gator border protection plan many, many times to Joe Biden and Kamala Harris. And I've got so many Gators. They said, we don't have it. Our border patrol cannot border patrol the entire border because it's too big. And we can't put up walls over everywhere because there's the Rio Grande River and blah, 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 blah. We got enough Gators in Louisiana where we could have one Gator, like literally one Gator. There ain't no getting back. It'll be a wall. I did the calculations. 4.2 million Gators, but they will not let America down. Gators are, you probably didn't know this, but Gators are very patriotic. They are the most patriotic animal in the entire world. I mean, Australians might say that it's the kangaroo. No, they are not. No. And China will say it's the big panda bear. No. Gators, American alligators, are the most patriotic animals in the world, and they are raring to protect America. But the federal government just shutting down this border protection plan. Oh, we got some people talking to me. Got some people looking at Billy Bob right now. Very, very. They're very loud too. They are very loud. Very loud. That says Mike. Jared's there, trying to keep the border safe. That's right. Exciting life living under the bridge. Who's living under a bridge, Team Awesome? What do we got there? And Mike Hawk says I'm Tony Hawk's cousin. So good to have you here. Tony Hawk's cousin, very nice. Why am I bothering Billy Bob? Yeah, Dad, no one bothered Billy Bob. And let's see. Barbara says, I am your father, AFK Jr. I have a chance to win. Fact, we got him. Mexicans will make Gators sleep. How are Mexicans going to make Gators go to sleep? That doesn't make any sense. Gators do have voting rights, Miss T. Well, Gators have voting rights in 17 states. And that's one of my main things is I think Gators should be able to vote in every state in the union. Gators even can vote in Puerto Rico, but they can't vote in some American continental states. That blows my mind. Gators can't vote in Hawaii. I was so shocked when I heard this. And when I visited the Gators in Hawaii and they told me that they can't vote, I was horrified. I was horrified to hear. Part of my platform, should I run for president, is Gators need the right to vote in all 50 states and all American territories, including Guam and the Marshall Islands as well. Guam and the Marshall Islands, we don't remember them. We think that they're just out there. But no, they are important parts of our country as well. White Foxtail says, you're crazy. If you like Gators, go to live in Florida. Well, White Foxtail, if you watch my channel, you notice I spend most of my time with my friend Monroe Mann in Miami Beach because I love Gators. I love Gators. Some guys looking at me real funny, wondering why am I talking like this in my live stream? Well, they just don't understand. They're jealous that they don't have this beautiful accent. Crazy Croatian says Mexico's going to pay for the wall still. Well, if Trump wins, you watch. He's going to do some great magic. We got Negan and Lucille for 2024. Very funny little Walking Dead reference. Team Awesome says they think it's exciting to root for the underdog. Yeah, that's a little crazy. Billy Bob likes to root for the underdog in general. Whenever we're watching the Super Bowl, whichever team is losing, Billy Bob is rooting for them. Whoever's losing in the beginning of the fourth quarter, that's for Billy Bob to support. And let's see, what else we got? And Mexican voodoo, Mike. Oh, Mike just only got one last chance before he's done for the day. Oh boy. And Billy Bob's underdogs like Venezuela and Argentina. I get that. They are definitely underdog. I hope the best for Venezuela and Argentina. Argentina's doing very well now that they got a new president. And guess what? It's a right-wing president, a lower tax president, a conservative president, and suddenly Argentinian inflation is dropping. The economy is starting to come back to life. I'm telling you, as Elon Musk said on this interview with Donald Trump, right-wing policies are simply common sense. And right-wing policies used to be left-wing policies 30 years ago. But now right-wing policies are right-wing and left-wings have just gone way out crazy. Now, every day, the left wing is trying to get more and more crazy. And they go, let's see, what can we do today? What can we say today that's even crazier than what we said yesterday? And Billy Bob thinks they could not possibly become more crazy than they were yesterday, and they always do. They become more and more crazy. So you watch what's going to happen over the next 2.5 months before the election. Left's going to get even crazier and crazier. The latest proposal, maybe, from Kamala Harris, if I'm not mistaken, is to give a $25,000 assistance to every first-time home buyer. And I'm thinking, what the heck? Billy Bob is an Iraq veteran. Billy Bob has been trying to use the VA home loan program for years, but he never meets the criteria. So Kamala Harris is gonna help regular Americans who've done nothing for the country to buy a home. But veterans who have been struggling for years, doesn't make sense. Doesn't make sense. Jared says, I live in Florida. Family lives in Lake Charles. That's very nice. Good to hear. White foxtails. Mexicans are willing to pay for the wall when they get their land back. Well, Mexicans gave up their land fair and square to America. We ain't giving it back. Let's see. A prison like Venezuela will be less costly than a wall, says Team Awesome. All right. Jared says 34.9% credit card interest rate. Yeah, that's a very high interest rate. I have to agree. And let's say America is a rude country, says Chris Muffin. Well, a country can't be rude. Let's mince words right here. A country can't be rude. A country is just an idea. So I'm not sure what you're talking about. And Barbara called me Gator Boy. That's no problem. I appreciate that. Billy Bob is a Gator Boy. Check my statement. What statement are you talking about, Jared? Let's look at this poll here. So, this is interesting. So, 37% said that it's not off-putting to mention super chats. 33% said yes, and 29% said depends when and how often. Now that's fascinating. That means a total of 47, 57, 66% say in general you can mention super chats as long as you do it appropriately and at the right time and in the right place. So that's very, very interesting. And let's see. And what's going on there? Israel or Parmesan, says Gordon. Well, that's kind of funny. I still think Israel. Bill Bob doesn't like Parmesan cheese too much. Team Austin, what are you talking about getting blocked? What the heck are you talking about? Why would someone block you, Team Austin? You're awesome. Why would someone want to block you? Chris Muffin is here. 1 second here. I got to check this. And, oh, okay, there we go. Okay, we're coming back there. Chris says, even though I'm an atheist, I still support the Democrat. Why, though? Well, that makes sense. Democrats are typically more atheist, and Republicans are more God fearing. Jared D says, you'll remember I said this, just got the letter 720 credit score. Hey, congratulations, Jared. I'm glad you got a 720 credit score. That's not bad, but you should be striving for at least 760 or above. 760 or above is very good. What's up, Gorgo? How you doing? And Team Awesome, I don't know what the heck you're saying right there. But, ladies and gentlemen, I've been doing this for 2 hours now. It's time for Billy Bob to say good night. Billy Bob wants to make sure he's up early so we can get off at the Bahamas and go swimming in the ocean. Billy Bob's going to go swimming with the tortoises. Billy Bob's going to go swimming with the fishes. Billy Bob's going to go swimming with the crustaceans. And Billy Bob loves swimming with the crustaceans. Now that's fantastic. If you have a choice between swimming with dolphins or swimming with crustaceans, I would definitely recommend the crustaceans. And I have never kissed a chocolate starfish. No, I have not, Timothy John. That sounds very painful. I'm just saying, it sounds very, very painful. And yeah, I will watch out for the island gators. But the truth is, they're waiting for me, and they are excited to see me. I mean, I told you I was just going on a Caribbean cruise. The truth is, I'm going around and to say hi to all my Gators friends around the world. And word gets around because they got their community. They know that I am coming to Bahamas tomorrow. They are chomping at the bit. They are so excited that their friend Billy Bob is coming to check them out. And so anyway, I wanted to say thank you very much, guys, for joining me on the live stream. What's most important is the watch time, because that's helping to get to the 4,000 watch hours, which we need to start showing advertisements. So we're at 3,400 hours now. We need 600 more. So maybe in about 2 to 4 weeks, we'll get there. Thank you for the likes, of course. Thank you for subscribing if you have. If you haven't, I hope you'll consider subscribing and turn on the bell so you get the notification. Thanks, Chris Muffin. Thank you for subscribing. And Team Awesome says, I troll us too. You guys are fantastic. And thank you, team. I think it was Team Awesome who contributed $99. Excuse me. That would be fantastic. 99 cents. It's always nice to have at least one super chat on every live stream, and I really appreciate that. You guys are all awesome. You've all contributed in some way to make this a success. I hope to give you a little bit of homework. Please go to Monroe Mann's channel. That's the same channel that I'm live streaming on, and find a video that you haven't watched before, and go watch it. And if you like it, share it with a friend. Thank you guys. Have a great night, and we'll try to do another live stream for you guys tomorrow. Have a good night. Bye, guys.